Okay. Welcome to the Man in the Arena. Cecilia's here, everybody.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Now we can go.
Live audience.
We can start.
Listen, Arthur Lee, inventor and CEO of LifeVac, is here. Arthur. Patrick O'Rourke, world-renowned stand-up comic and Massapequa native, is
Best
here.
firefighting comic in the room.
That's right.
And I don't think either of us are qualified to really start the show because this
No.
morning at LifeVac,
Yeah.
let's go out to this morning Hall of Saves.
Hi.
Honored
Hi, thank
that
you.
you came to the Hall of Saves today. We were wondering if you could start our show.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't ask me to start your show. My mother asked me to start a show once. Hey, it's the Man in the Arena. It's a great cause. It's all about LifeVac, baby. Take it away.
It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who actually strives to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, great devotions, who spends his time in a worthy cause, and who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold, timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat.
Applause. Hey now. Welcome, special Friday edition of the Man in the Arena, first ever. You know it's at Monday, 9 o'clock, but for those watching on Facebook, on YouTube, they watch it when they watch it, and they catch it. So the guests it's important that they know when we're going.
Well,
But it's Friday.
This is our last kind of goofy show in the sense that next week we film to go,
National.
Orlando, Chicago,
Texas, California, West Coast, and
Going
it's
huge.
going national.
Going big.
Yeah,
We're
iHeartRadio.
nationwide.
Yeah, we were just getting down where we are on Facebook and YouTube and Roku, getting those down, and now we're getting bigger.
I don't think we ever got them down. So we're going bigger anyway.
Yes, yeah.
We're going
punching.
to get bigger and still not know what we're doing.
Yes.
It's fantastic. I agree with it.
That's looking concerned.
I am very concerned.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
You have a
nationwide.
very good concerned look. Excellent concerned look.
As we
How cool was today? We got Joe Piscopo opening
amazing.
our show.
amazing.
And you got him to do his live.
Absolutely. With a little throwback to Johnny Dangerously, and it didn't just a mention to Mr. Bispo, true professional, didn't hesitate for a second. I got it, kid. Roll it.
But
One take.
He was great today. He's
Absolutely.
always great. And I just texted him. He got home. That was cool. But the dinner last night with him, I was telling Pat how cool that was to listen to the stories of a guy, meeting Frank Sinatra, getting advice from Don Rickles, being online with Jerry Seinfeld, and the time him and Eddie Murphy were young and they were cruising in Eddie Murphy's 260Z, and then you package it into all the other stuff. It's Sinatra and his bodybuilding and all his movies. Pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
you
And
know?
how inspired he was to come out, spend more time, because he's been there since the beginning, right?
Yeah.
He's been out there for the early
Yeah.
celebrations. But to talk about all the other folks or to be inspired by, there's bad news going on in the rest of the world, but what a great assortment of guests that we
it's
had
almost
this morning.
conflicting for his emotions, right? Because he's doing news, right? So he's got to talk about New Orleans, and then he's got to switch over and look and sit in a room with 3,000 people that got saved that would have been a tragic story but aren't, and have to report on a tragic story.
Right.
So it was an emotional roller coaster kind of day.
Yep, and you could see him go through the breaks and say, "Boy, it's good to be looking around."
Yeah.
Even though it was radio, he's looking around at the Hall of Saves and
like
truly
this.
inspired.
Looks like this.
Yeah, looks just like this. Picture us where Joe was this morning, just about this setting. But it was a great morning. We had 4 hours, and it reminded me of Brian's work ethic. Like to see him do that, and he does that every day,
Yeah.
6 to 10.
Yeah.
Joe Piscopo.
But it goes fast. It really
Oh,
does
no
kind of
question.
fast. It was a fun.
And Tony's back. Tony was there this morning.
There, yes.
And we should bring in from Tunnel for Towers, Jack. Jack is, and then Bobby, our director, is scooting back to make the connection.
Nice.
But we should bring him out There he is, Jack Nelson.
How you doing?
Jack, you're, I think, second time, maybe third time out, but obviously Joe Piscopo in the building, and great appearance by yourself representing the organization that you do. How inspiring was it to come out this morning? A little early.
Well, I mean, yeah, a little early, but I'll tell you what, a real, immediate wake up is walking into that room and seeing that it has, since I last was out there just a couple months ago, doubled in size. I walked in and was like, I swear, I remember this room only being one story tall, and now it's you guys blew through the roof. It just
Right.
Man.
So this right, there we go. Right here, there was a drop ceiling right here.
Yeah, that was
right
the roof.
up until a few months ago. Mike Singer and Pete, who was just here a minute ago, responsible for raising the roof and making room. And you took it in today. And we were talking about, certainly our involvement, and everybody looks at the Jewel, the 5K, Tunnel for Towers, but so many events nationwide. And you were talking about an upcoming for this summer, Fire Island. Anything at all on that would be great.
Absolutely, of course. Yeah, no. So, Tunnel and Towers does events all over the country. And we do, what started, going all the way back in time, of course, to the first year, 2002, the first New York City 5K, following the footsteps of Steven Siller through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel to the World Trade Center site, which worth repeating. Started out with 1,500 people, and now is up to 40,000. The same size as the New York City Marathon. It's
Actually, a couple of years ago, I did with Greg Charles from Carolines. He's a big supporter of that and gets a lot of people every year. Yeah,
amazing. No, it's inspiring. I mean, and anyone who's listening, if you get a chance to do it, please join us. It's one of the most inspiring things you can do, especially as someone who's from this part of the world or who's been touched by these kinds of events. But yeah, so we do dozens of runs and climbs all over the country, and golf outings and all kinds of things.
Golf outing, Bethpage, we did this year.
That's right. Yeah, we did.
Next year
Bethpage Black, or Bethpage Green, excuse me. But yeah, no. So we'd always thought about doing one on Long Island, and it looks like that's going to happen this summer. So details TBD, but it's on the books. It's happening. So we'll gladly share information about it as soon as
Fire
it's
Island.
Yeah. What are you doing on Fire
A
Island?
5K, right?
Via 5K. That's right.
Towns in
Running circles?
Ocean Beach or
Ocean Beach.
Ocean Beach, where they kick you out for any
Running.
reason, and they do it running, kick you out, probably down to Kismet and back, maybe.
well, there's other parts of Fire Island that you want to run from. Anyway, go ahead.
No, it's
Spot for
gonna
a run.
No, it's gonna be exciting for us in New York, but I mean nationwide Tunnel for Towers. So between you, Andrew McClure, Arthur, and I had conversations at the night of the Fox Nation of we're already like this, the two organizations, but we got to get more on point with every house, every community that Tunnel for Towers is putting up across this country, and we keep track. We see it all the time with the updates. LifeVac has got to be in all of those houses, and that's on all of us.
Well, and we thank you guys so much, for your support over the years. And this morning when our time together just went by so quickly that I didn't really prepare what I was going to say, because you really can't, especially with live radio. But the point I was really hoping to be able to make is that in all of our conversations together, the one thing that really strikes me and why I think our two organizations work together so well is it's solving a problem. It's taking a problem that shouldn't exist and it's fixing it. And that's why we have so much respect for what you guys do, and and we really appreciate it.
Well, it's such a show of gratitude, right? That's what it's about. We appreciate what they've done for us. We appreciate their sacrifice, right? So it's a hug. It's a thank you. It's nothing spectacular as we shouldn't be doing it. We should be doing it. And it's an honor to work with you guys, to be part of that, right? To say thank you, to say you deserve this. It's not give. This is earned,
Well, that's what we say about the veteran villages for homeless vets that we're building, is that at the end of the day, it's the least that they deserve, but we're going to do we're going to do the best that we can, because they don't just deserve a roof over their head. They deserve something beautiful and just perfect that they can be proud of to live in and to call home. they've earned that and so much more. So yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
No joke, Jack.
Cool.
Was that?
No joke, Jack.
No joke, Jack.
It's a new line.
Yeah, I've heard that somewhere.
Really?
No joke, Jack.
What
Yes.
did you do? Did you come up with that?
No, it
Joe
wasn't me.
Biden.
Oh, really?
He says it all the
Oh,
time.
yeah,
No
I know.
joke,
Oh,
Jack.
my God.
Oh,
What do I think about
is
it?
that like
Anyway.
more like
Not
anyway?
kidding.
Anyway.
Like you
no
supposed
joke,
to be
Jack.
kidding
No
as
joke.
the president?
Jack, we better stop before we get in trouble.
I'm being serious.
I need the
Great
Easter
job.
Bunny to come out here and point me in the right direction. But Jack, so appreciate
No joke,
seeing you today. Thanks for connecting. You and Andrew, we're going to do great things together in 2025.
Yeah, thank you for today, man. I
Keep up the
appreciate
good
it.
work. Yep.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having us out. It's not, always a pleasure to see you all, and thanks for all the work that you do. It's awesome.
Keep going.
All right. Take care, everyone down there in Long Beach.
See you, brother.
Cheers, sir. Have a
Take
great
care.
afternoon. Bye-bye, guys.
How great. And while we were talking to Jack, our next guest arrives. Colonel Chris C.J. Douglas is
almost
now
like
in the
we're
house.
getting to
And
know
his
what we're
service dog,
doing.
I forgot. Pat, get back in here, Pat.
You got to slide it. I think I'm sitting on your lap.
They noticed, Pat.
Oh, that looks cool. You just slide out.
Yeah. See, we tried to do this. Soon.
He was at rehearsal.
Bless you, man. Come on in here. There's going to be more of
Hey,
a
good to
informal
see you.
introduction.
How you been?
It's been a long time. Colonel Chris C.J. Douglas is no stranger to the man in the arena, right? You're an early guest.
Early guest.
What do you think? What's the difference like between working with Joe Piscopo this morning? How great is it to be on this set this afternoon? You've been a guest. Like, if you could compare the two.
It's a little surreal. I mean, the appearance this morning, great in the Hall of Honor. I mean, Joe Piscopo. I mean, those
Legend.
of us 80s kids.
And you rolled with it because in the middle of it, I was shocked. A professional, we were looking to this, and it happens. It happens with live radio, TV. This audio went kaput, and you did the interview, half of it, on Joe's cell phone. Joe Piscopo was talking to his cell phone and handing it over to Chris, and it's going out.
Say something like, it really is appropriate. He's like, oh, he's a Marine. Right? He was like, if there was a guy that's going to go have this happen, that you're not going to freak out. The radio's not working. Blowing up 3 times. I mean, you're not too worried that the radio didn't go out right.
He set the tone because he did say, he said 1, adaptable, and 2, my phrase, calm breeds calm. He was pretty calm about the whole thing.
He was, right?
He didn't throw a headset.
No.
He wasn't
I couldn't believe that. That was so cool too.
Give me somebody.
Because, with him, he has a deep-seated gratitude too. So, I think people like that don't sweat the small stuff, right? So even it's his radio show and stuff, and you're right. Oh my God, I know egos. They would have flipped out and flipped the desk and went nuts.
Like O'Reilly.
He's like, yeah,
look, we'll do it live.
I know.
Yeah.
What a schmuck.
Hold the
Oh,
hammer.
we can't say that word because we learned good Jewish words.
Yes.
Tuchus and Schnorr.
Was that last night at the dinner?
No, that was tonight on the show. Where were you?
I was out showing folks around. I wasn't there for the first. That was 4 hours of radio. You get quality time you got to spend with Joe.
I did.
Yeah.
We're dating.
This reminds me. This like mini catastrophe or near catastrophe on the radio today reminded me of the procuring Steve Oliveri's race bib from right before. We're trying to figure out the logistics of getting me to Liberty Park. And the Douglases were on their way from Midtown Manhattan to get to Liberty Park with Oliveri's bib. And I'm thinking the whole time, like, we're texting each other back and forth, like, this is small time for the stuff that you have endured, and I'm kind of joking, but seriousness, you're a hero. And then when I got a question from the producer, like, who is the colonel? Like, who's the colonel?
I was
read the
flattered.
Oh,
flattered by your response.
And he put, first and foremost, Susan's husband. Right?
Yeah.
Britt's father.
That's fine.
Yeah. And then Marine hero. So
what about the dog?
Yes. I forgot the dog's first name. We just
Travis. So
Travis.
Owner of Travis.
Will Travis
will never
come up?
have a name again.
Travis?
He's named after Travis Mannion, who is a Marine advisor. And was killed in Iraq in 2007. An amazing family. His father was a Marine colonel.
Right.
His sister's Ryan Mannion, who you've probably seen on Fox. She runs the Mannion Foundation about character matters.
There he is.
Yep. And here is Travis.
Travis, come on up.
Hello, Travis.
Travis.
Hi, puppy.
Come here, Travis.
Hi.
He will literally try to get into
Did he go like this?
Yeah, he will. Travis.
He's sniffing through the bag.
You probably
have
got
a bomb
snacks
in
in
there?
there.
No bomb. I packed it myself. Now,
I looked awfully interested.
Travis.
now because we have,
Weed? You got any weed?
yeah, this is a different organization, but similar in focus. Did you name Travis?
Yes, actually, we have gone with a military themed name for each of the labs that we've had, and he was appropriate because I had just named Team Mannion, one of the teams that I took to Afghanistan, and Susan and Britt actually chose the name Travis based off of that. This was the one case where I said, "Hey, what are we going to call him?" And she's like, "Well, you're leaving, so you can call him whatever you want, but we're going to call him this, and he's not going to come to you."
Well, Travis is
Susan.
better than you're leaving.
Susan, pretend Wyclef is up here and just jump up here on stage. We've had the picture before. Behind every great man is a great woman. Susan Douglas, part of the team. Yeah, she's right on. So monumental visit. I mean, the circles that how we met through Brian Kilmeade, all kind of, all the roads intersect. But the thought is 2025, there's a possibility of us even working more closely together.
What did you think? It was interesting when you were explaining some of the damage you suffered, right?
Yeah.
And humbly so, right? That you are grateful that and know others who have worse. But when you were riding, did you think about the ability to infiltrate and sink in the LifeVac and why it's so critical for our veterans?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you had me at hello. Can I use that line? I mean, I know it's already used.
Yeah. Before we
Help me,
ran
Tom Cruise.
Yes, Tom Cruise. I'm thinking right away. Jerry Maguire.
But I mean, as far as your why, your inspiration for it is infectious, and I mean, who wouldn't jump at a chance?
Well, like a lot of people,
mission.
but because it's tackling a giant beast, it's going into the belly, but I didn't. After listening to your tales, I said, "Well, he ain't afraid of that." So, you need the right person. It does take dedication and a bit of courage. You were talking about the guy, can't have it. It's not protocol. And you want to.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if you pondered it because I go back to the first aid, right? And I say, God, thank God we did it. And I was at a Costco. It was at Cintas, and a young guy came over and he says, I saved me and my wife. My kid's going to be 1 as soon as he goes on hard food. He's 9 months now. We're going to get it. I said, no, I'm going to give you one. And he said, no, I'm going to buy it when he's 1. We're going to get it. I said, no way you're leaving without it. He saved his son in 11 months, right? And that brought it full circle. I handed that one to him, and I made him take it. So, the team has saved, 3,300 lives. But, I don't know, from what you've seen, to be able to get out there and save the Vietnam vet, the guys that came before you, and the guys you served with. And that's what we got to do.
You made a great point. Because, as you said, he was going to wait till a year. You make tons of great points.
Yeah,
it's like
6 a day.
Behind me.
And for God's sakes, Pat back
Is
there
Leanne
making
here?
points.
Yeah.
But as you said, he's going to get it in a year, and that's like saying, hey, I'm not going to wear a seatbelt. But if I'm going to get in an accident, I'm going to put it on. Well, that's why they're called accidents, right? You don't get a chance. Just like you don't get a chance to decide when somebody's going to choke.
Yeah, and his reason was, he's going to be on hard food then. But I've done this 15 years. And you say 3-day-olds on mucus plugs, So I was saying, not on my watch. But I guess I was relating to, as you go down this path with us and we battle, that's going to happen. you're going to get a call and they're going to say, hey, we saved a private, a colonel, or sergeant that's in our facility. And there'll be that moment of, I just got to chill. Right?
We sent out LifeVac. We're sending it to Poland with our son. So he said he gave it to the medical officer.
Yeah.
So
See,
We're in
but that's
Poland.
how we believe it or not. That's how we do it, man.
Like the
It's
power,
funny.
we always root it in a garage in a mine in Massapequa to Iceland in a Costco. This morning was Sweden.
As we're
Sweden.
on the show today.
While
We got
Joe
our first
Piscopo and
save
we're all
in
convening,
Sweden.
he gets
Sweden.
the texts, and these texts come. I don't usually see the text with a map or the
It came
icon.
from the UK.
Came from the UK.
Yeah, because they get a different form.
So it's the Banigans.
Yeah. But
Wow.
it was just, it was
Sweet.
look, man, it's overwhelming sometimes. And we were relating to the Godwin kind of stuff that as we're on the show, another country. And my motto, when my daughter leaves at night, when she would go to school, I would say, play like a champion. And she'd say, change the world. Like, that's our goodbye. So I say, play like a champion, change the world, Dad. And we get another country that we never had as we're on with Joe Piscopo, right? And that's him just keep nudging us along. You're good. Keep going.
Yeah.
Like, he gives you these little ladder steps, a little pat on the back, as you're going along. And it's when you start noticing them, right? As we're talking about the ability to finally provide rescue for all our veterans.
Blanket.
And God jumps in and says, here's another country. You're right. Keep going.
Yeah.
So
not all of them have it. It's been like gifted into a lot of these countries because they're not all official. Sweden certainly.
Well, the UK handles that, but in the it's cultural too. In the UK, we're in thousands of elder care. I think like 10,000.
Started.
Sold hundreds of thousands in the elder care. Here we're in like 10,000. Right?
And only available at first, right? In the UK?
Yeah, we were kind of directed to that as a critical clinical test.
Right.
But over there, elder, not so much here, right? We got 10% of our schools, probably 1% of our VAs. If you boil it down, they're the ones who need it the most, right?
Most vulnerable.
Yeah.
So to me, it was just another, we're good, we'll keep going, we'll get there. And having you there was the,
Donna's probably very excited now.
Yeah.
She's watching. Yeah.
She loves when
we
we
love
do
to use
these
the
things. She hates this thing.
Yeah, she does not like disappearing Gumby.
Must
You
have
seen the
more.
full effect?
So I've only seen it on the other side.
Oh,
This
make
is
him
a-
disappear on the colonel. He's probably never done that in the whole history of Gumby.
Yeah.
Oh, he shows up on me.
And
Gumby
this, how
disappeared
good
on
I
the
got to
colonel.
use the
How
line
cool is
of
that?
Gumby, damn it, with Joe today.
Yes.
because He
Isn't
was
that
talking
awesome?
about Eddie Murphy and yeah.
You slipped in that and hung me on a hook once.
Yeah, you guys didn't see the opening. Joe Piscopo harking back to Johnny Dangerously. When I asked him to start the show, he said, "You
I
should
like
ask
when
me to
he's
start the
labeling
show."
the puppies in that movie. You ever see that movie where he's putting the prices
Oh
on
yeah,
the
price
puppies?
tag. So many great. We're gonna run that one night,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have a whole movie line episode.
Mm.
So talk more about that. But we
Like it.
love that you guys joined us today and came down, took the tour, saw, kicked the tires, and we're talking about. We'll continue the conversation about
Collaboration.
doing great things in 2025. Yeah, you guys know Ray Priebe?
We
Mr.
have
3000?
only seen and heard on the line.
Yeah, I think it's great that you guys meet because there's a lot of communists. So Mr. 3000, Mr. Ray Priebe saved his daughter Maya. She may or may not still be awake. Monday nights at 9:00 is a
Yeah, we should be all right. It's 3:30.
yes. Are we there?
Not everyone got up at 4:30.
Yes,
this morning.
yes. Yeah, we were kind of in the military, more before 9 a.m. than most folks do all day. That's the Army, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
4:30.
And shout out to Britt. I'm sure Britt at some point is going to be watching this.
That's
Britt and
okay.
Hillary on his way to Poland. When's he leave for Poland?
So we'll be ambiguous about that. It'll be
Oh.
sometime.
Are you back at the kid talk about stuff?
Pat will work, right? How great was the time when we first met Colonel Chris
Yes.
and Susan? There would be a lot of like anticipation. Can't talk about that.
Yeah.
I can't. And then
Well, I could tell that from the
it
story.
may have been
Wanted
in
to.
Albany or it may have been in Clearwater when the governor, it was finally lifted and we chatted and we heard some great tales. And
I-
today, I mean, I'm blown away.
I think at one point Pat was looking for a fire alarm to pull. She was like, "My God, I wanted him to talk, but not this much."
It's a lot of pent up stuff. So is it classified on the departure?
It's not classified, but it's
QT.
just yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they don't give out dates just for protection. Of
You know what I noticed?
The bright
today?
side is no one's
and I
watching.
noticed it with Joe last night. Your stories that are kind of matter of fact, humble, are like insane. Like you're talking about exploding a huge amount of explosives and diving over a hill. Like I said, you remember in high school when we got some beer? Like the demeanor of which you have to, I guess, approach those. But I think to me, and why I'm excited for you to help the mission, it said with your military, gratitude for your teammates, and that everything went okay, and the job you were doing, But we're all like, what?
Yeah, we were riveted.
Because I asked him because he's got blown up a couple times. So I was like, did the air get sucked out of you? And he's like, well, this one time when we were exploding this giant thing and it came over the hill, and I'm like, oh God.
Felt like your skin was being peeled off. You described it as.
And fortunately, it wasn't. But
no,
the one thing that you can say is I served with some amazing people. I mean, you've met some. I mean, John Monty is truly amazing. He was from my first tour in Iraq, and then my second tour is just some Marines out of 3rd Battalion, 25th Marines, Kilo Company Marines. Those guys were just absolutely amazing, and some great families. Sadly, we lost a few of them, but they are. Of all ranks, of all people, just some of the finest Americans that you'll ever meet, and humble. And so, it's like, as I'm, oh yeah, well, this happened. It's like, it happened to them too. And in some cases even more, but the fact of the matter is everybody had a job to do. Everybody did their job. Everybody worked together. And
well, it's teamwork, camaraderie, love of each other. I feel with our team, like you need a team to accomplish big things, right? And you have to depend on each other. You have to. What I was hoping you'd be on our show again when we get to Wingmen, the chapter Wingmen. Did you read in the book on the way here, or just look at the pictures? You just looked at the pictures.
We gave you the reading version.
Did you like the SS ship
audio
face? That to me, that's one of the better ones. But you'll see in the Wingman chapter. And that's when I hope you come on when we get to that chapter. The origin of LifeVac is I stopped because I have a lifelong friend. His mom was in the hospital, right? I wanted to go home. I was tired. But he's my buddy. I got to go. And that's when I heard the story. And to take it full circle, I knew I could succeed because he'd be a wingman to me. And you can't have one unless you are one. And I think that when you talk and you tell your stories, I get that feel. These are your wingmen. They die for you, you would die for them.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you have that kind of commitment to each other and trust, you get a little more fearless on what you can do. Like I knew I could do this. I had wingmen.
Yeah.
Like I knew I'd be all right. Yeah. Lenny, he's my second grade freaking best friend. He's still my friend. I'm 60 years old. We still haven't figured out how to pick that lock at Fairfield, though. It's bothering me. I can still remember us hiding in the basement and his mother calling us and him going, shh. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's going to figure out we're down here. We should still be down here. We show her. But that's the wingman. Yeah.
And again, to remind us where we all, a lot of us intersected with Brian. Right. Big event coming up. Pat is involved, Arthur's involved, you guys are involved. If we have the graphic, Bobby, and we're making an effort to formalize our invitation from LifeVac to the Man in the Arena to those of you who could be in Florida for February 15th for History, Liberty, and Laughs. It's currently, please RSVP. So listen, this is important. Go to Juliet, because we've already gotten a couple emails with requests for tickets. We'll do it. We will get you the tickets for History, Liberty, and Laughs.
We'd love to see first responders from that area because Jacksonville was one of the first to put it in protocol.
Yep.
They've used it to save lives. The captain of the department there, the chief, was instrumental in getting it in protocol. So it's in protocol in Jacksonville, which is a big thing, as you know.
Yes.
Yep. So we would love the first responders, cops, military, just come as our guest.
Yep.
You get to watch me whiz you out on stage. You want him to whiz me with him? Me and you could whiz him. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm Santa Ana, and I'm trying a little resistant, light resistance to get captured by reports.
Pat's son throws you out
Pat's son, couple vertebrae. We're out of place.
We'll sweep the leg, Danny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. One more time up for Julia at lifevac.net. That's the email. And if you could put that up one more time, Julia at lifevac.net. And this is a RSVP. We could translate the French. If you want tickets and you're going to be in the area, join the LifeVac party. That's Julia. And she already got an email, she said, for a request.
Good.
Yep.
That's awesome. I hope we get a ton of them.
So thanks, Bobby. Yeah. February 15th, Valentine's Day. Day after.
Day after.
Yeah. And you guys will be there.
Well, that's going to be popular.
It's going to be awesome.
It's
day after. Yeah.
Be the best day to break up with chicks.
We did a great show in Ponte Vedra, one town over, and it was Dawn and Brian's anniversary, and we were able to commemorate the occasion with a bouquet of flowers. And Dawn, I think, took it very well.
Worked the entire time and was selling books and moving books.
Brian's not changing. Yes, Dawn was. Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
But it was on the day. But we're so happy. And another gentleman that's going to be there is Mr. Ray Priebe, Mr. 3000. And at this point of the show, we usually go to Mr. 3000. Mr. 3000, are you there?
Hey. Hey, Coral.
How are you?
Look at this.
We're fantastic.
Guess were you?
Yeah, we're in, we're out. I didn't even get a chance to really enjoy that animation. That's new.
That was great. I love it.
All right, show it again.
Let's show it again. Bring it.
Thank you.
Perfect.
You know, in your wildest dreams, do you think it had to be on a baseball player as Mr. 3000 on a show in New York?
Not a chance.
Wake up one day and say that
would not have been in a million years. So we got some great statistics for you today, guys. Great stuff. We have a surprise guest coming in here shortly. I'll save that for after I go through this. All right.
Hold on one second.
We are at a total.
Bobby.
We are at a total of 3,358 saves to date.
Hold on, we didn't hear you. Hold on.
One sec. Bobby, is there anything we can do with the audio? Is it a volume situation?
Check 1, 2.
Wow, he's getting the whole lingo down.
Getting nothing. Check 1, 2. All right, let's just forge on.
All right, go for it, Mr. 3000.
All right, here we go. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. We have 3,358 saves, 2,102 kids. Let's keep in mind, since October 20th of 3,000, that was number 3,000 save, we have 358 saves.
Since then.
Wow.
Any advice? Now, if you really think about it, from year 2014 to 2021, we only had 249 saves. So in the last 75 days, we have 358 saves. That is awesome.
All right. Amazing.
From January 1st to January 3rd, we have 18 saves, 7 adults, 11 children, 1 in the UK.
Years.
I was 4 times.
We got to encourage Pat to report his saves. He's using the thing
You're
constantly.
drinking, you're eating, you're watching football games. By the way, go Notre Dame. Play like a champion today.
Yes.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, we got that before.
We have 1 in the UK, 2 in Canada, 1 in Oklahoma that was used by the fire department. We have 1 save that was in Massachusetts, used in a school. And we have our first save in Sweden.
Hey.
We are now officially in 30 countries. We have officially have 30 saves. We have saves in 30 countries to date. That's
all right.
I got that count only because 29 has been drilling in my head.
It's funny when they said, the international ones always go back to Change the World, and her giving me back to Notre Dame, and so Change the World, we changed the world. 30 countries. 30 countries. This little dude's been cruising around and saving lives.
Now I wonder if it's gonna like catch on, be a news story.
Do you think it'll catch on?
No, not LifeVac. It's already caught on.
Oh.
But Sweden, like, what is Sweden talking about? What was this thing? Where did it come from?
Those guys for you guys.
And the guy's Norwegian that invented it.
Oh,
there she is.
All right.
Princess Priebe.
Right here.
She's one of the saves.
How long has it been? How long has it been?
It's been 5 days since the 3,000th save. 75 days. What? The little bear. Yes, the little bear is for you. Arthur's going to bring it down.
And
Yes.
And Arthur's drink. Hold your drink up.
Yeah.
That's see-through too.
And I know you still have my sound effects box, and I want you to keep it as my gift. And use the happy.
I want to
sound.
thank you so much for that.
What's that?
I want to thank you so
Hey,
so
I'm
much
gonna
for that.
play a drum set.
For your son
I'm gonna
next
bring
year,
a
yes.
Glockenspiel. You're gonna love this.
A boat horn.
We'll give you all the good toys.
This thing.
Yeah.
Good.
Right, go ahead. Come on, go jump on your trampoline.
All right, Maya. Now, did we see?
Oh, yeah,
Donna?
okay. All right, she's off to the trampoline.
Nice.
She's off that trampoline.
Yeah, we're not used to having a show here and looking outside and seeing the sunshine.
No,
so this is a
that's
special,
right.
special
It's like
Friday,
Alaska
3
or
o'clock.
some weird stuff.
That's
And I do want to highlight one save.
That was?
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to highlight one save, which was a 26-year-old male with cerebral palsy who has brain damage and epilepsy, and who is wheelchair bound, was saved by LifeVac. That's a big one.
Nice.
Shout out to Tony. Tony, get up there. Get up there, Tony. Tony and LeBate, equal first aid.
No,
No,
You gotta
you're
slide
good,
back
Pat. Stay here. Tony, get over here.
Hello,
He mentions someone with a disability, and the work that you do with Equal First Aid, and there's so much exciting things going on in how many different states?
I think we're at 11 now.
11 states.
Yeah,
So it's pending
legislation.
legislation.
Yes.
Pending
11
legislation
states.
to make LifeVac, well,
And each one is getting better and better. So like, as we spoke, Mississippi now has 2 bills. The senator would like to see it in every, besides disability communities and
Right.
schools, in every single building across Mississippi.
Wow.
So that's going to be huge, and that's a lot of fun. We have Texas that was just introduced in November, and now January is where everything just gets reintroduced. So it's really exciting. This is where
and remind us,
He's
the
right.
staff at EFA it's you.
it is I.
Gets crowded. Gets crowded,
I
EFA.
of course always welcome volunteers.
Yes.
I welcome anybody that would like to place legislation in their state or your loved one's state. Florida, we're working hard to really get it in there.
We should talk to Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would
He
love.
seems enthusiastic about LifeVac. I
Yes.
don't know.
You could be my Mr. Florida guy.
Absolutely.
You got a long title, Mr. Florida 3000.
Yeah, Mr. Florida.
And along with the motorcycle riding events guys and the fast signs
Yeah,
guys.
and then
Shane
Oh my
Horseman.
God.
They
yeah.
are just
Mr.
on
Everything.
fire.
Yeah, Mr. Everything.
Everybody is just truly amazing. And
Oh,
every
let's do
single,
Yeah.
every single
going to
family that
Pensacola
we
Friday.
advocate. Yeah.
You can see
Am I
Shane.
coming?
Yeah.
Shane Horseman.
Maniac.
Every family that
Can you ride a bike? Can you ride a
I
motorcycle? Yeah.
can, I will learn.
These are the guys that identified me as a non-motorcycle guy.
No,
Oh no, it was Mike Horsley.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay off the motorcycle.
I'm happy to learn
The beard's
anything.
helping, but I still don't know if you're ready to be considered a motorcycle
Yeah,
guy.
we'll work on it. But thank you,
So,
Tony.
Giveaways.
I
What's
just
this
wanted to
thingamajig?
do a quick shout out to every family
Vroom.
and
Shout out.
shout out to
Shout
all
out.
of my
That's loud.
families that advocate with me, that we work hard together in all of our states. Thank you so very much. And I look forward to snowballing and just bulldozing.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Tearing it up. All right, Tony.
Thank you
Thanks.
guys.
We had some good pop-ins.
Yeah, good pop-ins. In and out. We used to have
Yeah, I was
breaks for
just
that,
gonna do
but
that.
now we just slide right through it.
Plow ahead.
So, Mr. 3K, you ready for the big changeover from the show? We're going big time, right? Coming to your state.
Can't wait.
It's gonna be great, and we're kicking it off next week, and it's gonna be a weekend show. But we're always gonna have this. If those of you watching still with us, Monday at 9 o'clock becomes Thursday at 6:30.
That's live, and then
That's
we're going to
the
be in
live.
all the cities.
And then we're going to have a weekend show. Variation will be live to tape, but it will be available nationwide. Fantastic. Very exciting. And you're there for the whole ride, Mr. 3K.
Can't wait. I'm going to be there for it.
All right. So good.
Thank you so much. And how flexible, like this was supposed to be Thursday. When it was Friday, we talked to you the whole time. And I go, are you still with us? Of course I'm still with you.
He was on this morning. What time was he on? 5 a.m.?
Yeah, you kicked us off. What was it, 6:40?
It was, no, 7:20 our time. Yeah, so
Yeah.
not too early.
But
Amazing.
he's a LifeVac.
He
You
is,
gotta
yeah.
be. Can you be on? Yes. I didn't finish.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm a bus driver. You know how many kids are waiting for their ride right now? First.
You're
This
here.
is more important. Exactly.
Don't ask anymore. Just say, hey, by the way, we're doing it at this date at this time. I'll be there. Don't worry.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That was the Godwink of getting you at 3,000, man. That's what I felt.
Well,
Amen.
God bless.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much, Mr. 3K. Ray Priebe, everybody. Stay 12 Florida. And there's the audience. Look at you guys. Look at that audience cam.
How many cameras are in here?
Several.
We're big.
Don't steal the donuts.
It's like a
Don't catch
Motel
you.
6.
We have more cameras than viewers.
We're getting there.
We're on our way. Just like LifeVac in the schools, LifeVac everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see you next time. I'd like Mike Rowe to take us out with one of his top hits. Mike Rowe, everybody.
And sing along if you know the words. It's no joke when you choke, so get LifeVac and live. Without breath, there'll be death, so get LifeVac and live. Get LifeVac and live. Get LifeVac and live.
LifeVac and live.